Hey guys, welcome to another video. And today we are going to talk about waterfall and agile methodologies in business analysis. I'm Abhinav Sabharwal and let's begin. Now, today in this video, we'll cover introduction to waterfall model, information about waterfall STLC model, phases in waterfall model, advantages and disadvantages of waterfall STLC model. Then we'll move to introduction to agile model, definition of agile STLC model, phases in agile STLC model, and advantages and disadvantages of agile STLC model. Introduction to waterfall model. Let's examine two common approaches to project management and how to choose the right one for your projects. When each project management process occurs one after another, it is known as traditional project management or the waterfall approach. Because the process flow from one to the next, waterfall project management works well when the project goal and solutions are clearly defined and the scope and deliverables are clear cut. Because you understand what needs to be done, you step through each process group once from start to finish. The more you know about the project, the better the waterfall approach works. Simple projects with very little uncertainty are great candidates because you know what needs to be done and how to handle issues that arise. With familiar technology, your team can be productive because they know the potential problems and how to work around them. If the teams have worked on similar projects in the past, they can be more productive because they understand the work. Now, let's look at waterfall SDLC model. The first thing you need to consider is the organizational structure and development culture of your company. Traditionally, companies have utilized a project management model called waterfall model, which had a distinct stages for requirement gathering, design, development, testing, and these stages do not overlap. In this model, rigorous research is done in the requirements gathering and design phase, which is sometimes called discovery, and then again at the very end. The waterfall model is a breakdown of project activities into linear sequential phases, where each phase depends on the deliverables of the previous one and corresponds to a specialization of tasks. This approach is typical for certain areas of engineering design and of development. Now, waterfall model is a classical model used in system development lifecycle to create a system with a linear and sequential approach. It is termed as waterfall because the model develops systematically from one phase to another in a downward fashion. This model is divided into different phases, and the output of one phase is used as an input for a next phase. Every phase has to be completed before a next phase starts, and there is no overlapping of the phases. Let's talk about the phases in waterfall STLC model. So, the very first phase is requirement gathering. All possible requirements are captured in the product requirement documents like BRD or FRD. Analysis phase. Now, based on the requirement captured, the analysis is done and models and prototypes are created. Business rules are captured. Third is the system design. Based on the analysis, the architecture of system is designed and documented. Fourth is the implementation phase. This is where the actual development or coding takes place. Here, the software is developed in small units and functional testing is done on those units. Fifth is integration and testing. Now, in the previous phase, we have developed the smaller units of the software. Now, in this phase, we integrate them all together and test the system as a whole for any kind of faults. The sixth phase is deployment of the system. Now our software is ready, so system is deployed, as in it is made live and users start using the system. This happens only when all the functional and non-functional testing is completed. The last phase is maintenance phase. Here, the system goes into the maintenance cycle. This includes any bug fixings in production and new releases and update patches. Waterfall model has some advantages as well as disadvantages. So let's look at them. Advantages are it's easy to use, simple to understand, easy to manage as each phase has a specific output and a review process. Phases are clearly defined and it works very well for small projects where requirements are very clear. And process and output of each phase are clearly mentioned in the document. Disadvantages. It doesn't really allow for much reflection or revision. When the product is in testing phase, it is very difficult to go back and change something which is left during the requirement analysis phase. Risk and uncertainty are high. It's not advisable for complex projects and object-oriented projects. Changing requirements can't be accommodated in any phase. And as testing is done at a later phase, there's a chance that challenges and risks at earlier phases are not correctly identified. To Agile STLC. In Agile STLC, customer has to be more involved than in traditional projects and project teams tend to be smaller, more experienced and able to work without much supervision. During initiating and planning, you define the overall goal of the project and build a plan to achieve that goal. With Agile project management, you then develop detailed plan for each iteration. Executing is easier because you work on one iteration at a time, and small independent teams of highly skilled people make it easier to get work done. Another characteristic of agile projects is that you monitor and control them more closely, and teams tend to communicate faster and more frequently. Finally, each iteration has its own closing preferences for accepting its specific deliverables. When the final iteration is accepted, you can close the entire project. You will determine whether the traditional or agile approach makes sense during the project initiation. Agile STLC model. The meaning of agile is swift or versatile. Agile process models refer to a software development approach based on iterative development. Agile method breaks tasks into smaller iterations or parts that do not directly involve long-term planning. The project scope and requirements are laid down at the beginning of the development process. Plans regarding the number of iterations, duration, and the scope of each iteration are clearly defined in advance. Each iteration is considered as a short time frame in the agile process model, which typically lasts from 1 to 4 weeks. The division of the entire project into smaller parts helps to minimize the project risk and to reduce overall project delivery time requirements. Each iteration involves a team working through a full software development lifecycle, including planning, requirement analysis, design, coding, and testing before a working product is demonstrated to the client. Now let's talk about phases in Agile STLC model. The very first phase is requirement gathering phase. In this phase, you define the requirements. You explain to the business opportunities and plan the time and effort needed to build the project. Based on the information, you can evaluate the technical and economic feasibility. Second phase is design phase. So in this phase, you identify the project, work with the stakeholders to define the requirements. You can use user flow diagram or high-level UML diagrams to show the work of new features and show how it will apply to your existing system. The third phase is construction or coding. This is when team defines the requirement and the work begins. Designer and developer start working on their project, which aims to deploy a working product. So basically, guys, this is a coding phase. The product in this phase will undergo various stages of improvement. So it includes simple, minimal functionality. Fourth is testing phase. In this phase, the quality assurance team examines the product's performance and looks for the bug. And the fifth phase is deployment phase. In this phase, the team issues a product for the user's work environment. Basically, whatever you have developed is deployed to the production. And sixth is feedback phase. So after releasing the product, the last step is feedback. In this, team receives the feedback about the product and how the customer thinks the product is working. Advantages and disadvantages of Agile STLC model. So first is frequent delivery. Since we are delivering our product frequently, we have a lot more feedback about how the product is actually performing. Face-to-face communication with clients. In this approach, you have more face-to-face communication with clients, and that means better communication and better understanding of the requirements. Efficient design that fulfills the business requirement. Agile is very, very change friendly. So anytime changes are acceptable. And it reduces the total development time. Now, there are two very big disadvantages of Agile model. The first is due to the shortage of formal documents, it creates confusion and critical decisions taken throughout the various phases can be misinterpreted at any time by different team members. Second is due to lack of proper documentation, once the project completes and the developers allotted to another project, maintenance of the finished project can become difficult. Alright guys, that's it. Thank you for watching my video. If you have any questions, put them in the comment section below. I will try my best to answer them. Thank you and have a good day.